Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. We are live and we have dogs in the background. If you hear some crazy sound, dogs are shaking it up, shaking the energy. It's been a little bit of strange. People seem to be coming and going into the world, out of the world. And we're sending a big heart to everyone online. Welcome to the show. Let me know if you are able to hear me loud and clear. That would really help. And I'm going to just sit a little bit closer to the screen to help. There is some construction going on. We usually go on yesterday, and so we're 24 hours, 25 hours late. So let's see how we go. And apologies, everyone, for the lateness. During this broadcast, you can support my page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps me to earn money. So welcome, everyone. I lost my doctor on Monday this week. He had a heart attack. It was really sudden, and it was just the fabric of life and death is often wafer thin. The liminal space between these two so-called realities is sometimes almost invisible. And great to see Marianne on the show. So it's just a little bit of a surreal energy when the doctor who takes care of people passes away. But then I know it happens, it's real, and doctors also die. And I saw this doctor a couple of weeks ago, and he was really sick, and I was just worried about his health. Welcome to Jess. Well, great to see you, Jess. So I was worried about his health, and then he just left this world really suddenly. He lay on the couch, apparently said he was feeling a bit tired. He lay on the couch, and then he just exited this world really quickly. So he went almost seamlessly. He would have been happy that it was so seamless and without suffering. It was just he passed away very quickly, lying on the couch. So how are you, Marianne? How are you, Jess? And welcome to the show. Talking about liminal spaces, talking about how we live our lives, talking about what is real, what isn't real. You know, what is real? Because it is a funny question. That we think everything we see and feel and touch is real, but it's actually pretty empty from a scientific perspective, from a physics perspective, from a quantum perspective. It's all energy swirling around. And even light is kind of perplexing. What is light? We don't seem to quite understand it. So the type of fractal energy that just passes through the world. Marianne says, just done with housework now for a hot meal. What are you making, Marianne? What are you making, and is it warming up? How is it going? So welcome everyone to the show. I'm going to start with a beautiful Buddhist oracle reading, just tuning into the energy. I've got my tea here, and the energy is shifting. And this card reminds us to be giving to others as well as ourselves. A true spiritual life is not possible without a generous heart. So generosity, but we chose to be here. I'll be happy in a river or an ocean. Laugh out loud. Well, that's a beautiful thing, a river or an ocean, but I guess it's kind of just the mechanics of dying often make that not so easy, unless it's intentional, of course. But it is, you know, if you're reaching the end, then I guess a different conversation to be had. How would you like to go? It's your life. It's your, it's your, why not have the choice to how to take your last breath? On a subconscious level, on a soul level, these decisions are being made. So definitely, we do choose our exit. But that's a great idea, Jess, that pass away in water, and also to be born in water. So how beautiful to be born in water and pass away in water. Marianne says, not yet, preparing it, potato how do you say that? Potato au gratin. Cutting the potatoes into squares. I know what you mean, but why does it need to be a square, Marianne? you can just cut it down. It doesn't have to be a square. But I guess it's your way. It's your way, Marianne. I don't think I've seen squares. I haven't seen squares. Maybe it's just not in Australia. We're not so perfectionist. We just cut the potatoes into slices. Slices, not squares. And whatever works for you, that's pretty cool. So what do you put in it? I think I have made it once before, but it was kind of like I made a cream sauce, and then I put some vegetables. And the nice thing about it is you can put all sorts of things. And I would say I like tomato and mushrooms, so I recommend tomato and mushrooms. So that's just me, Marianne. And Jess says, oh no, to pass away, not yet, probably meditating in the mountain like the Buddha. So meditating in a mountain like the Buddha. Wow. So generosity is the card when you act in the true spirit of generosity with no expectation. Your heart expands. Your heart expands outwardly as a consequence of the compassion and loving kindness to be found within. So acting in the spirit of generosity. So that is giving without expectation. So I think that's a beautiful, selfless and unconditional way to care for others. And just, when you confront life and death, you realize the preciousness of life and the fragility of it, the ephemeral nature of our life. And compassion and loving kindness is always within. So expressing that in the world is a beautiful way. So the dogs are going a little bit crazy here. And Marianne says the cheese, so it melts nicely. Try dices, not square, the spud. Chicken broth, butter, and cheese. Dices, not square, the spud. Chicken broth, butter, and cheese. That sounds nice, Marianne, but you need to balance it with greens, balance it with healthy elements. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit too rich. That sounds a bit rich, so you need the balance. Definitely, Marianne. Steamed broccoli, steamed spinach are really nice to add that balance, Marianne. Well, that sounds exciting. Marianne says, I'm not done, so busy away cooking. So any insights from the week? And Jess, please do share. And great to have you messaging me this morning, which that really encourages me actually to come online and just share with you all. Check in and see how it's going. It's raining here. The dogs are pretty excited and tuning into the Starseed Oracle now. We're just going to pick a card, which is a Starseed card. So this is very much a Starseed card. Just reminding us as empaths that we are connected beyond space and time. We are connected to guides, to angels, to the spiritual world. And it's important we maintain a kind of yin-yang balance, counterforce, or bounded existence, as well as the boundless. So finding the balance between being boundless and being bounded. So discernment there is key. Finding energetic sovereignty. And I think the sovereignty is to be found when you do the martial arts, you find that balance really in lived experience. You really feel a tangible physical and spiritual energy, or physical and energetic awareness of boundaries, awareness of where you begin, where another person ends. So the martial arts are really helpful and beautiful for that. realizing that we do, as empaths, we do absorb what's not ours, and we need to clear it. So going into the ocean, into the mountain, into the rivers, that's how we clear it. How we clear the energy. Marianne says, diced apple for dessert, small pieces to nibble on. So Marianne likes small pieces to nibble on. That's nice, Marianne. Just remember the needs of the body to balance that kind of richness with the greens. Just saying, it's your food. Empathic star seeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond just being here, thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. So you see the Buddhist monks meditating or chanting, it's really very much a beingness, being a pillar of peace, being connected to the peace of the meditation mountain, the meditation cave. Empathic starseeds, due to their highly sensitive nature, can struggle being on Earth and in a physical body. And let me know if you relate to this. So you can absorb other people's energies emotionally, perhaps topsy-turvy, ups and downs, moods. And are you a natural introvert, or do you like to be outside in crowds? So I like to be alone or in small groups, and I'm overwhelmed by cities and crowds. Jessica finds that mantra chanting relaxes me. Om Namo Bhagavata Namaha. So beautiful mantra chants that really connect and tune you into what is real, what is energetically resonating with you. So it is important to allow oneself time to recover energetically when we engage in being in crowds or being in the cities. Marianne says prefers small groups. It's an ADHD thing. It's part of your sensitive nature. So taking care of ourselves energetically, that is kind of the message coming through today from the Starseed Oracle. And why not pick from the Energy Oracle deck? And just getting a measure of the collective energy, anything that is passing through, any messages coming through from our loved ones. And another message of beautiful appreciation, appreciating people whilst they're here, because the story of my doctor, I cannot appreciate him anymore because he's not here anymore in the physical world. But we can always connect, of course, to people who've passed over. So whilst we're here in a physical body, appreciating those we have in our lives and celebrating them, supporting them, bringing them blessings, being a blessing to other people and to the world. So this message is really promoting this idea of helping and caring for others. I'll bring that a little bit closer. And you can see she's holding up a beautiful rose. So she's sharing this rose. It's sharing beauty, sharing splendor, appreciation, gratitude, and just moving this around. The angle of my face looks a little bit funny today. I don't know why. Maybe my face changed, and that's just how it is. So let's have a look there. Okay. All right. So, Jess, what have you been experiencing with your change in life and standing up for yourself? We're not born to be slaves. We are not here to be slaves. And as you said, we chose to be here. So picking a card for Jess. All right. Freedom feels comfortable. Freedom feels comfortable. It's an interesting word, comfortable. Because often the process of becoming free is not comfortable. Change is often not comfortable. If you think back of any change you've undergone, any advancement in your life, was it easy? Was it comfortable? It's often the uncomfortable moments when we grow the most, even if they're pretty traumatic or harsh or painful. I was happy the same they left, the same day I left. I was happy the same. Well, that is following your heart, follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell used to say. Follow your bliss, follow your happiness. That's guiding you to your inner truth, to what is real. Marquis says, "Welcome to the show." Will John message me? So Marquis, stop going in that cycle. Focus on what is present in your life. I will pick a card for you, but it's like you hopping back on the past, and it's not helping, Marquis. It's not serving you. Moving forward, keep moving forward. Just guide yourself, push yourself. And we were talking about what's comfortable. Sometimes it's not comfortable, especially relationships. They can trigger a lot of different memories and different feelings, emotions, different insecurities within us. Marianne says, picked up a bad feeling regarding my narcissist aunt. Is this my fear and or anger? Is it correct? It's a combination, Marianne. So, we have these energetic impressions, and because we are a filter for the energy, we're a vessel for the energy, it flows through us empathically. And often there is also the same thing, something within you being triggered. Why are you reacting to an energy? Why are you having those feelings about anyone? So it's both of those things are true at the same time. They're both happening. We're talking about freedom, and Jess, we are talking about this beautiful card. So the energy coming through for you, Jess. That's you. Look at that. Look at that card. It's so beautiful. Watering your garden, tenderness, rest, caring for your body, and nourishment. So what a beautiful card. Water. Just encouraging you to self-care, take care of yourself, really deepen your inner awareness, release the weight of the world from you, bring yourself back to being alive in the present moment, the power of now, and connecting yourself back to the earth, which will help you connect to the season of your life, the season on the earth, the season of your soul. And we're all cyclic beings, we're all seasonal beings. We're not on, we're not off all the time. We sleep, we need to sleep, we need to rest. Day after day, month after month, year after year, there are all these different cycles, like particularly the 7-year cycle, there's a 9-year cycle, and there's 12-year cycles. So there's different cycles according to different traditions. The numerology cycle is 9, so we follow the numerology. That's a 9-year cycle. A lot of other traditions have the 7-year cycle. So go through every 7 year of your life and see if you can find any patterns of what was happening at that 7-year point. If you went through cycles of big changes in your life, that could be to do with Saturn returning and the power of 7, the power of those cycles. As I said, We do have the astrological influence, and we each have a unique constellation of energy as well as soul contracts. So none of this is simplistic. It's not just you're born under this moon or under this sun or under this star, and it makes you X or Y. Or people, Western astrology is very simplistic. They have notions, often notions like you're born, you're a Taurus, therefore you're this and that, which is actually nonsense. It's like, it's like when you make a soup and you pour a bit of salt on it, or you pour a bit of oregano, or you're adding that taste, that spice, that herb, that essence. And that's what the astrology, often the things like your star sign, that's what it is. It's not a flood. It's just it's a little, like a little bit of chili on the top, a little spice, a little cinnamon. It's not everything, and it has to be taken in context of all the other ingredients going on. So astrology is playing its part, numerology is playing its part, your name, the frequency of your name is making its part, your soul contracts, who your parents are, your family, where you're born, your nationality, ethnicity, culture, religion, all of these are factors. So Jess, your body is the only body you have, and respect it, love it, as you're already doing. You are being gifted this message to take responsibility for all of your well-being, to put your health and body first. And now is the time for, to put yourself first, to stop pushing yourself, but to find balance, sustainability, and stop racing. Let it flow, let yourself go, and tune into the joy, the sweetness. Tune into the sweetness of life, of nature, of all of reality. So rest, restore, rejuvenate, and follow your body. What is your body yearning for? What is your life yearning for? What is pulling you? So Jess says, I feel good, detached. I'm Kitu's daughter. I feel good, detached. I'm Kitu's daughter. Jess says, yes, thank you. I think I need rest to recover from slavery. Yes, absolutely, Jess. Liberation. So beautiful, beautiful moments, beautiful part of your journey, Jess. Do you find eye color in terms of do you find eye color in terms of, so just one moment. We're live.
David, do you have availability? Can we do a 10:30?
Yes. Just live.
So can you book?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll have to do is do a payment link. Are you live with people right now? Okay, that's not going to work. I'll cancel it and I'll see if there's another.
No, can you do it? Oh, what's on?
Well, it's 9:30 now. All right, what I'll do is, can you send me a payment link? Like create a payment link for your treatments to send to them. So I'll book it and then send me a payment link because I want them to pay before. So do you have your phone on you? Have they gone for work yet?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll cancel. It's not going to work today. What I'll do is I'll leave it. They can do one after the other. I'll give you their mobile. I'm not going to do it because I've got to walk the dogs. What I'll do is I'll text them your mobile and you can deal with it. You can do one after the other?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a US number?
It's a US number, but I did it through WhatsApp. I'll say I'm not available and to contact you, but you want to. I'll just see if I can call him. Are you available this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm available.
Okay. So we'll say for 12 o'clock. Oh, hi, it's Michael again. I'm not available. My colleague is. He can do one after the other. So at 12 and at 1:30. Does that work? Yeah. All right, what I'll do is I'll text you, I'll get him to text you a payment link because all our treatments are prepaid. So what will happen is one of you will come in at 12, and then at 1, your partner will come through, it doesn't matter which way, and you'll have the bathhouse together. Yeah, because it includes the bathhouse. One of you show up at 12 o'clock, yeah. All right, I'll text you shortly. Bye.
What happens if I want to do it together?
Well, they can't because I've got book jobs. So what I'll do is I'll add item. Massage couples.
This is great.
And then it's 350. Right. So what it does is you can create a payment link to the item.
I can walk in later.
No, then she's getting testy because she used to be a temp. Okay, so share link. I'll copy that. Can you send that link? I'll just copy it and send it to me on Messenger.
Share. So,
Just that paying slips will do that. So I'm not going to say right.
alright, so this is like this.
One after the other. I'll
It's
so it would be better if you're on there at reference 11:15. But it's well, yeah, and also it takes back 15 bath pots. But oh no, it is 12. So yeah. Well, only we are. Just make sure that I'm actually see like I just want to get it's great.
So I am back online. Apologies for all of that. I was just making some work bookings, and so I really apologize to anyone who's been waiting around. And it is slightly quieter. The dogs have left the room, so it's just me alone right now. Marianne is saying, is eye color a factor in intuition and empathy, as I have the color hazel, which is 5% of the world? Is that intuition? Well, that is a brilliant question, Marianne. It's fascinating question. I would say my eyes are similarly hazel. Really great question. I did study iridology many years ago. I was an iridologist for a little bit, studied the iris. Mercury retrograde, checking communications, Virgo speaking. Wow. And Elise, hi Elise, welcome to the show. I don't know if you're still online. Please do like and share. I'll be back. I'm available for 20 minutes or so. So please do like and share the show. I am back. Not sure if Jess is around. Lovely to have Jess on the show. Lovely to see you, Jess. And this brilliant question from Marianne is eye color a factor in? I actually get yes and no. So that would be my inclination, Marianne. Yes and no. Really, we have soul contracts, we have soul agreements that do impact certain abilities, and yet we have free will. So we have an incredible layering of free will, amazing ability to make choices and decisions and carve out a niche for ourselves, carve out a way. So certain things are predestined or preordained or set in stone, and a lot of things are not. Most things are not set in stone for our life path, for our life journey. So we have free will ability to choose our life, choose our perspective, choose our way. In terms of these abilities, so one can look at it that there is something in the eyes, is something in the structure of the eyes that reveal our intuition and empathy, but not the colors so much. However, I'm curious how other people feel, because the eye color is more to do with the sun, and very interested if there's other perspectives out there about eye color, and if studies have been done, to show us what the differences are, because it is a type of, obviously a type of pigmentation of the iris, which depends on the frequency, or is dependent on the frequency of light. So yeah, I get there is some aspects to it, to genetics, but essentially it is up to the soul path of free will choice of that particular soul. But I'm curious what you think, Marianne, and if anyone else is online, please do like and share the show as well. Marky, are you still there? I am back. Jess, are you there? Just let me know if you're online, and apologies for suddenly leaving everyone in the lurch. Elise, are you there? So anyone who's online, just let me know you're there. Marianne, are you enjoying your dinner now? All right, so we are just waiting to see if anyone is here. And I don't know if Marianne is still around, and is Elise still around? Okay. All right. So I'm going to pick a card for some clarity around this period of history, 2026. If we can get a little bit of clarity about this period. It's cooking slowly, beautiful. So is it cooking in the oven, Marianne? It does take time. And I like things a bit crispy myself. So we're just gonna explore. We are going to explore. All right, so just a reminder from the Dalai Lama in this card, the very purpose of our life is to seek happiness. So happiness is part of the purpose of our being. We're here to be seeking happiness, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it can always be experienced in the moment when our mind is quiet, when it's just almost like the thoughts dissolve and we become present in our bodies in the moment of connection, of being connected to life itself, the essence of life, the purity of life, the energy of life which is all around us. And that is our true self. That is our true self. A kind of happiness only attainable by serving, giving, sharing, and creating. Marianne says stovetop and add cheese and melt in the microwave. That's an interesting approach, Marianne. I'm not a fan of microwaves. I don't have a microwave. All right, well, I expected it to go in the oven. So that's interesting, Marianne. All right, so let's have a look at this energy coming through here. Thought is energy. Active thought is active energy. Concentrated thought is concentrated energy. Thought concentrated on a definite purpose becomes power. So that's an interesting card. It's right there. I haven't seen that before about pure concentration. So awareness comes from the purity of concentration. This enables you to honor the rising and falling of things without getting caught in the downward spiral of destructive emotions. Consciously focus on where your mind is in relation to what reality is. Marianne says, not a fan of scrubbing pots. The glassware is the way to go, Marianne. So for anything like that, glassware is where it's at, or even that thing that looks like a glass. I don't know what it's made of, but it looks like glass, but it's something not glass. I don't know. But that's the best dish for that. And it comes off easily with the glass or whatever it is. It's not hard to clean. So are you there, Elise? And welcome to the show. Sorry for disappearing and leaving you with my painting. What else? Who else is online? I think everyone left, and I feel bad for leaving everyone. Marianne is inviting me for dinner. Corningware. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of, it looks like glass, and it's Corningware maybe. Yeah, there's a few different materials. So we are picking from the Starseed Oracle. What is coming out is Lost Lands. That's really interesting. I didn't have much in my mind, and I was just picking a card, and soul memories and gifts and things we've done before. So what do you believe about past lifetimes, future lifetimes, and our ability to connect to different timelines, our ability to connect to maybe our doppelganger and in a quantum perspective, on a quantum timeline, or there's an infinite number of cells, dimensions, timelines, and our ability to navigate down the railroad track to different possibilities and connect to, say, the self that's living in Atlantis, the self that's living in ancient Greece, the self that's living on another planet. Do we have access to these possibilities, to these personifications or expressions of our soul essence? And is our soul essence, how much of our soul essence is embodied in the now, in the present moment, in this human body, in this now moment? So this card is reminding us of our lost abilities, not lost, just misplaced abilities that still is around us, and we can access it. At least I believe we can access it. And I believe that time is not the way we see and feel it. It's more like a band, or I would say like a spiral. That's how I see time. And beyond this physical dimension, there are aspects that are beyond space and time. You can think of it as the one source, the one force, or our soul pod, or the home of our souls, where we go home to. Some people call it heaven. There's an aspect that is beyond space and time. There is an essence that is timeless, that is eternal, that is beyond anything we can imagine. So anything that is stuck in a Earth timeline is very 3D, very time bound. And that's always how we kind of view the world. When we think of the past or the future, it's not really like that. It's not like past is behind us, future is in front of us, or there's this maybe a straight line sequentially, that like a ruler sequentially. The way we see our world is like we have a diary: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's a sequence, one follows the other. But true reality, or true soul essence, is beyond space and time. So that's a bit how I see it. So it's not really past and future, not in the same way we experience it. It's more like a spiral, and you can move through that spiral in different ways, and different aspects of your soul are expressed in different timelines. The connection and abilities, the fact I call outcomes if you don't do it the way I suggest. The connection and abilities. So you're connecting to your soul memories. And, when we say memories, we can remember the future as well. So soul memories are not just the so-called past or the so-called future. Time is like a band, the essence of our soul. It's like a spiral. The fact I call outcomes if you don't do it the way I suggest. So many ways, many lives, many masters. Brian Weiss, he wrote that book, Many Lives, Many Masters. The world is far more ancient than our documented history reveals. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours is today. We think of Lemuria and Atlantis, Mu. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts and longings may come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. We need to bring back the wisdom. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this all before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuition hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card has arrived, it's reminding you of Lemuria, Atlantis, Avalon, all these ancient timelines, these ancient civilizations exist within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so they may be expressed in your being, and you can learn from the mistakes you may have made and the mistakes we made collectively, and thusly usher in a new age of progression and advancement. So placing this card over your chest as a portal, as an activation, I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. So saying this activation, I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. That's the way. I am wishing you a beautiful evening, Marianne. I want to see your dinner. I want you to enjoy your dinner. And I've loved being with you today. Sorry for the interruption. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for liking and sharing and supporting this show, as always. Love to see you all. Big love to everyone out there. And I will see you all on the other side. See you all soon. Go in peace. Who knows when we will meet again. Till we meet again, au revoir. Bye.